PK, first things first, back from Perth, have all the boys returned from Western Australia and Asia before that in good health? Do you have any absences for the game against the Knicks?
No, at this current stage. Obviously, we'll find out a bit more today, but everyone is okay from obviously Thailand and obviously Perth.
What about some of the long-term injury boys that you've met back up with here in Melbourne? How's Aiden and Florin and Leslie performing?
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of them, to be honest. Today's my first day. So, look, I've spoken to the medical team just briefly on the way here. Again, it's a day by day with these injuries, so we need just to see how they're progressing. Since now we're back, we can monitor obviously a bit more, but I'll be obviously spending a bit more time with them and seeing where they are and how far along they are with their injury.
When you were on the road, did you get any reports about whether or not it's looking likely you'll have any of them for finals?
It was a bit difficult. There was a few emails here and there, but because games were coming so quick and fast, it was sort of like, okay, thank you for that. I've seen that, well done, and then I need to sort of prepare for the game. So, look, there's one thing we don't do. We don't give times because with that there's disappointment if they don't reach the target. So again, we monitor the best way we can, and if they're available, quicker than expected, great. If they're not, then we have to wait.
And the boys are all healthy. Fatigue-wise, how are they going? Is that going to have to be something you keep an eye on against the Knicks and into finals, managing fatigue and tiredness?
No, I don't think so. It was a bit different. If we play another competition like what we've been through in playing every 3 days, I'd be saying a different question. But I think the boys have pulled up really well, and at the moment they don't feel fatigued.
And for the review from the Perth Glory game, obviously a disappointing result. After you've done the review, what were some of your takeaways from the boys' performance?
Look, I think the performance was good, really. If you look at it, we dominated the game. It could have been anything, but it wasn't. That's football. We created enough chances, which was great. We were in positions to score, which were great. But you come home and you 2-0 down. So, we need to keep going. That's the way it is. But we take a lot from that game. Even though it was a loss, but it's a good learning for us.
Heading into the next game, obviously they've been playing a lot on the counter recently. Is that something that you need to keep in mind, given that you have the ball a lot?
It's everything in terms of it's every game. Not just Wellington. It's a part of football. So we need to be aware of a lot of things. But again, we'll concentrate on ourselves and what we need to do.
Heading into this game, it's inescapable. You win the Premier's Plate, ostensibly the club's reason for being, to win trophies. I know you often talk about just you're only focusing on the next game, but this is the next game. You win the plate. Is it something that comes up this week in your words to the boys or your thinking?
Not really. Again, it's a game, but we need to get our processes right before anything else, and that's what we'll be concentrating on. Whatever happens after that happens, but our main focus is concentrating on our processes and doing the things that we can control.
Is that a message you'll be sending to the boys as well, to not get caught up in the Premier's Plate and just focus on their own game?
I think I've been saying that for probably 2 years now. I've been saying the same thing. Again, it's how we go about things, and the best way to do that is for us to train hard, to follow our processes, and try and play as best as we can.
But is it not a bit more difficult in weeks like this because it's so real? It's it's not If you do this maybe in the weeks that come, it's one game. Is that a bit harder to keep a lid on it?
For me, no. For me, no. Obviously, for you guys, you will do what you need to do to make it like that. But for us, again, we've always been a group that really just concentrate on the next game, and the next game is Monday. And what we can control is our performance and our training. That's all we can do. We can't do anything else. And that's what we can be focusing on.
Given the way that the fixture has worked out, there's a chance that when you take the field on Monday, you'll have already won the plate if Victory and Western can't get wins in their games. Would that change the way you approach the game? Would we maybe see a bit more rotations and preparations for finals football?
To be honest with you, I didn't even know. Again, I'm not worried about that, honestly. It's not for us to worry. We just we worry about ourselves. That's what we need to concentrate on, ourselves and what we do, nothing else.
And coming into finals football, it's going to be pretty compact. You'll get the week off if you finish top two, but then you've got two-legged finals and then the grand final pretty close together. Bit of a different experience to last year?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.